If you remember from a previous video, I had some trouble with this Sansui amplifier A5. It was making a noise as if there were sparks somewhere, electrical sparks somewhere. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. I even took the transformer completely apart, thinking some kind of short developed inside the transformer. Big mistake. I mean, taking it apart, I learned how well it's put together. So in the future, that will be the last thought on my mind. But anyway, I learned something out of that experience too. Anyway, this amplifier has illuminated display. So even though I couldn't figure out exactly what the electrical part was, I knew sometimes it works well, no problem, no interruption, and sometimes it has some problem just starting up. But I wanted to change the light bulb. I knew it's a 7.2 volts light bulb, so I don't have such a light bulb. It looks something like this. Oops, I dropped it. Yeah, it looks something like this. Easy to take out. It's held in a rubber type of covering up to here, but obviously it's burnt. So since I don't have one of these, I fitted an LED, one that can go up to maybe 12 volts. And I put a 200 ohms on one of the legs to limit the current going in. And even though the current going to this LED is AC, not DC, this one works on one phase, doesn't work on the other phase, but overall it's fine. So it meets the requirements for current for this display. So I fitted it in. It doesn't fit perfectly inside the rubber holder, so I actually put it a little bit outside the rubber holder and bent it towards the display so that the power of the light goes into the display and still held with a rubber holder. But after I fixed the display properly, it looks nice, sounds nice. It really bugged me that sometimes I still hear the sparks. And I listened again and again and again, and somehow I had a feeling that the sparks are also from the switch, from this power switch. It has 6 contacts, so it makes the middle ones either contact the ones in the back or in the front, and has 2 power contacts. On those 2 power contacts is the, the AC 0 and 120 volts. But when there's a contact, obviously there's a short between them. But 0 to 120 in a tiny switch, I guess, over time, sparks, it creates some sort of oxidation or coating of sorts. My feeling is it wasn't making good contact. Now, the switch itself is just like a rectangle with a plastic cover on top. And here are the 6 contacts, and here are the 2 plus and minus. It wasn't really glued properly, so I stuck a little bit of a blade in between at the very end, and I sprayed some WD-40 inside, and I moved it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. On vertical position, I turned it this way, back and forth, I turned it the other way, upside down. So in all directions, because the spray obviously almost fills up the whole container. But I wanted to make sure all contacts, because it's complicated inside to make all these contacts. I wanted all these contacts to have a chance to receive some WD-40 and through the movement to move some of the gunk. Guess what? No more problems. Starts perfectly every time. No power oscillation, no noise, nothing. I mean, I can't complain about the experience of opening the transformer because really I was able to put it back together probably even better than before, really tight. Sounds great. And now finally I think it's completed. I think it's finished 100%. So anyway, that puts my mind at ease. Now I know what the cause was for this problem. And if you ever get one of these things, first thing to do before you do anything else, before deoxidizing this or this, make sure that bloody switch is clean inside. It's hard to take out because it has 6 contacts that are going into a tiny board. It's held pretty tight, so desoldering it would be a problem. I thought about soldering the 2 contacts instead of the power contacts on the lower voltage contacts, but you know, if it caused problems on the power contacts, what do you think is going to happen on the lower voltage contacts in time? So I prefer to clean it. And the way I figured out it's the switch, the 2 power contacts which are at the very end, it's a white and a brown, I think. I just put a short in between. I have a crocodile grip. Put a short in between. And then I switch it on and off from an external box. No problem. Started every time. So I knew it's an internal problem inside the switch itself. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you. Thanks for listening.